There is a particular kind of accessory that has been passing through women's wardrobes for decades, repurchased, inherited, reached for without question, and it does something very specific to a woman over 60. It takes everything she has built in her actual presence and quietly speaks louder than she does. Not because she chose poorly, because no one ever told her the mechanism. What makes an accessory either elevate or diminish a woman has almost nothing to do with price. It has to do with where the eye goes, how long it stays there, and what it concludes when it arrives. When an accessory carries too much visual noise, too much coordination, too much decoration, too much deliberate intent, it speaks before she does. And that is exactly what we are going through today. The 5 accessories that are pulling attention away from the woman wearing them, and the 7 that return it to her completely. The first is the matching set, the full coordinated jewelry collection, the pearl necklace, the pearl earrings, the pearl bracelet, drawn from the same velvet box and worn together, is one of the clearest signals of a certain era, and the era it signals is not the one she wants to evoke. The difficulty with a matching set is not that any single piece is wrong. It is that wearing all 3 at once removes the sense of a woman who chose. It reads as uniformity, and uniformity is the opposite of a cultivated presence. Coco Chanel wore pearls, layered, length upon length, but never as a set. She wore them as accumulation, as deliberate excess, as something she had decided. The swap is simple: one piece worn alone. Let the earring exist without the necklace. Let the necklace exist without the bracelet. Suddenly, there is intention. Suddenly, there is a woman behind the jewelry. The second is the kitten heel in nude patent leather. It was sold once as elegant compromise, low enough for comfort, feminine enough for occasion, and it became so thoroughly associated with a certain register of formal dressing that it now carries an almost instant age signal. The patent leather catches light in a way that announces itself. The nude reads as deliberately inoffensive. The swap is a low block heel, 2 to 3 centimeters, in a rich leather, cognac, dark tan, burgundy, or a true matte black. The block heel grounds the foot. The leather quality speaks without trying. The heel draws no attention to itself at all, which is precisely why it works. The third is the brooch that announces itself from across the room. The large cloisonne, the rhinestone sunburst, the oversized decorative cluster. These were designed to be seen at a distance, and they are. The difficulty is that jewelry designed to be seen at a distance does most of its work on the chest, pulling the eye downward and outward rather than upward toward the face. There is a way to wear a brooch, a single small fine metal pin placed high on a lapel, or a deliberately antique piece with a history behind it, where the eye is guided rather than grabbed. The principle is the same one that governs every accessory decision. The piece should direct the eye somewhere useful, not scatter it. This is the gap I built. The Elegant Woman 50+ protocol to close. I kept watching women make intelligent, considered choices in their clothing, in how they moved through a room, in the way they set a table or received a guest, and still feeling that something was slightly effortful looking without being able to name what it was. The protocol is built around the refinement stack, the specific order in which elegance installs itself across 30 days, from the way she enters a room to the way she holds a conversation, until it stops feeling like a performance and starts feeling like herself. It is linked below, but there are 2 more accessories doing quiet damage before we get to what actually changes everything. The fourth is the fabric-covered headband, the wide, quilted, padded variety that became a staple of a particular kind of casual dressing. It reads young on a woman in her 30s and reads restrictive on a woman in her 60s because it carries the visual weight of something working harder than it needs to. Whatever sits closest to the face shapes how the face is read. Bulk near the face adds heaviness. A slim tortoiseshell band, a narrow leather one, something with an edge and without bulk. These direct the eye without effort. The fifth is the bag carried on the crook of the arm. The hard-framed, boxy, structured handbag, gripped stiffly at the elbow, managed with both hands at formal events. Reads as someone dressed for an occasion that is not quite happening. More specifically, it restricts the arm, and a restricted arm restricts the gait. Elegance lives in movement, not in stillness. The shoulder bag carried loosely, or the leather tote with enough structure to hold its shape without dominating it. These move with the body. A bag that moves with the body lets the body do its actual work. Now the 7 that genuinely change how a room receives her. The silk scarf, not tied at the throat in an ascot, not knotted formally, but draped loosely through a collar or tied once and left to fall, is possibly the single highest return accessory investment a woman over 60 can make. The reason is specific. Color and texture near the face change how the face reads in light. A silk scarf in warm ivory, soft coral, pale gold, or dusty rose introduces a light reflective warmth near the jaw and cheek that lifts the complexion without the effort of different makeup. Princess Grace of Monaco wore scarves throughout her 40s and 50s not as a fashion gesture but as an instinctive one. She had understood that what reflects light near the face is more powerful than almost anything else she could do. The scarf does not need to be elaborate. It needs to be the right tone. The second is a quality watch, not a diamond dress watch. A clean, simple face, round or square, on a leather strap or a fine metal bracelet, worn on the wrist she naturally gestures with. The watch that reads as elegant is rarely the expensive one. It is the one that looks like it has been there long enough to belong. A watch is the only accessory that simultaneously reads as practical and composed. It suggests someone whose time is organized, not managed. The third is a single statement ring worn alone, not stacked, not paired. One ring on one hand, a wide gold band, a sculptural silver piece, a colored stone set in a simple bezel setting, and nothing else on that hand. The discipline of the solo ring is what makes the ring itself significant. Stacking distributes the eye across 5 fingers. The single ring tells the eye exactly where to go and what to notice. That instruction is what makes jewelry read as chosen rather than accumulated. The fourth is sunglasses with a defined frame, not rimless. Rimless frames have a way of dissolving against the face, removing the visual structure the frame should be contributing. A soft square, a wide oval, a gentle cat eye. Any frame with a clear edge creates definition around the face. That definition is what produces the composed, unhurried quality that makes a woman crossing a street in sunglasses look like she knows precisely where she is going and is not hurrying to get there. The fifth is a leather belt worn at the true waist, not the hip, on an unstructured dress or a jacket with a natural waist. The belt does not cinch, it defines. There is a real difference between the two. Cinching signals effort, defining signals intention, which is a quieter thing. A leather belt in cognac or warm dark tan does something a black belt cannot quite accomplish. It introduces warmth into the center of the outfit, which draws the eye to the middle of the body in a way that creates length both above and below. The waist becomes the anchor of the silhouette rather than something to be corrected. The sixth is a pair of simple hoops, gold or silver, no thicker than 3 millimeters, no wider than a 2 centimeter drop. The hoop is the most tested earring silhouette in the history of women's jewelry because it follows the jaw and echoes the natural curve of the face. Earrings that hang below the jawline break the face line. Earrings that are too heavy pull the lobe and draw attention to themselves rather than to the woman wearing them. The small hoop that ends just below the earlobe creates a frame without a statement. And that quiet framing is exactly what makes it work in every context without needing to be thought about. The seventh is a structured leather handbag in a single warm neutral, camel, taupe, cognac, or deep navy, carried in the hand when standing still and on the shoulder when moving. That shift is not a small thing. It is the kind of quiet physical awareness that elegant women build over time. The bag becomes part of how she occupies space, not something she is managing. When the bag follows the movement rather than interrupting it, The overall impression is of a woman who is entirely comfortable in her own presence. That comfort is what people describe when they say a woman looks effortless. It is not effort they are noticing, it is the absence of it. Accessories have never been decorative additions to an outfit. They are the part of the outfit that carries the most concentrated signal. They speak faster than fabric, more clearly than color, louder than cut. What they say is entirely a question of whether they were chosen to speak for her, or whether they simply accumulated there. The women who are remembered were almost never wearing the most expensive room. They were wearing the most deliberate one. You now understand why the details that seem small, the single ring on an otherwise bare hand, the scarf in the right tone near the face, the bag that moves with the body instead of against it, are the ones that actually shift how a room receives a woman. The question is, what to do with that understanding on an ordinary Tuesday morning without a video playing? That is the gap I built, the Elegant Woman 50+ protocol to close. I put it together after watching too many women understand every principle perfectly and still not know how to make it live in their actual wardrobe, their actual home, their actual way of entering a room. The protocol teaches the refinement stack across 30 days. How to dress with intention, move through a space, hold a conversation, prepare food, set a table, and make ordinary moments feel elevated in the specific order that makes it stop requiring effort. It is not about looking younger or dressing for anyone else. It is about becoming the version of herself that feels composed, cultivated, and remembered. It costs something because building it took real time. The link is below.